Chelsea manager Xabi Alonso has opened up on the club's transfer strategy, explaining why experienced professionals Danny Welbeck and Jordan Henderson were brought in to complement one of the youngest squads in European football. Speaking in a thoughtful interview, Alonso outlined his belief that success is built not only on talent but also on leadership, professionalism, and experience. For years, Chelsea had been one of the youngest teams in the Premier League. The club's ownership has invested heavily in exciting young players with enormous potential, building a squad designed to compete for many years to come. While that strategy has produced an abundance of talent, it has also raised questions about whether the dressing room possesses enough experience to cope with the relentless pressure of challenging for major trophies. According to Chelsea manager Xabi Alonso, that balance was exactly what the club needed to address. In a detailed interview discussing the club's transfer strategy, Alonso revealed why Chelsea decided to add experienced figures such as Danny Welbeck and Jordan Henderson to a squad filled with emerging stars. Rather than seeing the signings as a departure from Chelsea's youth-first recruitment model, Alonso described them as the final pieces of a puzzle that could transform a talented group into genuine title contenders. "Talent wins matches," Alonso reportedly explained. "Experience wins championships. When you have many young players, they need examples every single day, not just during matches, but in training, in the dressing room, and in difficult moments." Those words perfectly capture the philosophy that Alonso hopes will shape a new era at Stamford Bridge. Building more than just a team. Modern football often focuses on speed, technical quality, and potential. Chelsea possess all of those qualities. Players like Cole Palmer, João Pedro, and several other young stars represent the future of the football club. However, Alonso believes potential alone is not enough. A young squad can dominate for long periods before making costly mistakes caused by inexperience. It is during those moments that seasoned professionals become invaluable. According to Alonso, football is not simply about selecting the 11 best players. It is about creating the right environment. Every successful team requires leaders who understand pressure, setbacks, and expectations. Chelsea's dressing room, despite its quality, remains relatively inexperienced when compared to clubs that consistently compete for the Premier League and Champions League. That is where Welbeck and Henderson come into the picture. Why Danny Welbeck? Many supporters were surprised when Chelsea moved for Danny Welbeck. The former England international may not dominate headlines in the same way as younger forwards, but Alonso believes his value extends far beyond statistics. Danny has spent years competing in the Premier League. He understands the intensity of English football. He has represented some of the biggest clubs in the country and has worked under elite managers. His professionalism has earned admiration throughout his career. According to Alonso, those qualities cannot always be measured by goals alone. Danny understands football, Alonso reportedly said. He understands movement, teamwork, discipline, and sacrifice. Every young striker can learn from him. Welbeck's willingness to press defenders, support teammates, and work tirelessly without the ball makes him the type of experienced professional every ambitious squad requires. Young attackers often focus on scoring. Veterans understand that winning requires much more than goals. Jordan Henderson's leadership. If Welbeck brings professionalism, Henderson brings leadership. Few players in English football have captained teams through as many high-pressure situations. Having lifted major trophies during his career, Henderson understands what it takes to maintain standards over an entire season. For Alonso, leadership is not something that magically appears. It must be demonstrated daily. Young players improve quickest when surrounded by experienced teammates who set standards in training. According to the manager, Henderson's influence begins long before kickoff. His communication, organization, and relentless commitment are qualities Alonso believes will elevate the entire squad. Leadership isn't about shouting. Leadership is consistency. It's arriving first, working hard every day, and helping teammates become better. Those habits, Alonso believes, can shape Chelsea's next generation, blending youth with experience. Football history repeatedly shows that successful teams rarely consist entirely of young players. Even the greatest generations have relied upon experienced figures to guide emerging stars. Young footballers bring energy, Experienced professionals bring composure. Youth offers excitement. Experience offers control. Alonso believes Chelsea now possess the opportunity to combine both. Instead of asking young players to carry every responsibility, experienced professionals can help shoulder the burden. That balance could prove decisive during difficult periods of the season. Learning during difficult moments. One of Alonso's strongest messages concerned adversity. Every football season contains setbacks, injuries, poor results, pressure from supporters, media criticism. Young players often experience these challenges for the first time. Veterans have already lived through them. According to Alonso, that difference matters enormously. When results become difficult, experienced players help maintain calm inside the dressing room. Rather than allowing panic to spread, leaders provide reassurance and direction. Those qualities cannot easily be purchased through statistics. They come from years of experience. Standards every day. Alonso reportedly emphasized that Chelsea's ambitions extend beyond individual matches. He wants to establish a culture. Winning clubs are defined by daily standards: training intensity, professional behavior, recovery, nutrition, preparation. Experienced professionals often become examples in all these areas. Young players naturally follow those habits. As Alonso explained, success is built long before match day. Mentoring Chelsea's future stars. Chelsea's academy and recruitment have produced one of Europe's most exciting collections of young footballers. However, talent develops faster with guidance. Alonso believes Welbeck and Henderson can act as mentors, not through formal coaching sessions, but through everyday interactions: a conversation after training, advice before a match, encouragement after a mistake. These small moments often shape careers. The manager reportedly believes the greatest leaders help others improve without seeking recognition. Winning mentality. One recurring theme throughout Alonso's interview was mentality. Talent alone rarely guarantees trophies. Winning requires resilience, consistency, patience, belief. Experienced players understand how to respond after defeat. They know that championships are won over months rather than weeks. That mindset is something Alonso wants Chelsea's younger generation to inherit. Preparing for Premier League battles. The Premier League remains one of football's most demanding competitions. Every weekend presents a different challenge: physical matches, tactical battles, hostile away atmospheres. Alonso believes experienced players help younger teammates navigate those situations. Knowing how to manage a game, understanding when to slow the tempo, recognizing dangerous moments. These details often separate victory from disappointment. Dressing room unity. Another important aspect of Alonso's philosophy concerns unity. Football squads cannot rely solely on technical ability. Relationships matter, trust matters, communication matters. Experienced players often become bridges between coaching staff and younger teammates. They understand expectations while helping others adapt. According to Alonso, that unity could become one of Chelsea's greatest strengths. Looking beyond one season. While some supporters questioned signing older players, Alonso reportedly urged everyone to view the project from a broader perspective. Chelsea are not abandoning youth, they are protecting it. Young footballers develop best within stable environments. Experienced teammates accelerate that process. Instead of blocking opportunities, veterans create conditions where young players can flourish. A new chapter. Chelsea supporters have witnessed significant changes in recent years. New ownership, new recruitment strategies, new coaches. Now, under Alonso's leadership, the club appears focused on creating balance. The manager believes the future belongs to talented young footballers, but only if they receive the right guidance. That is why experienced professionals remain important. Final thoughts. Whether Danny Welbeck and Jordan Henderson ultimately justify their signings will be determined on the pitch, yet the philosophy behind adding experienced players to a youthful squad is easy to understand. Xabi Alonso's reported vision is not about replacing youth with age, it's about creating a winning balance.
Chelsea have assembled one of the most promising young squads in Europe. Now, according to this hypothetical interview, Alonso believes the next step is surrounding that talent with leadership, professionalism, and experience. If those ingredients come together, the Blues could possess not only one of the brightest futures in English football, but also a team capable of challenging for the biggest honors much sooner than many expected.